today I bought a Millbank bag with me, and it filters large particulates from water, and it's like a canvas sock, very easy to use. Now it's not going to get out any of the cysts or parasites or anything like that. I can either boil the water or I can use a Steri tablet. Here's my 3-litre bladder that sits on the back of my webbing rig. Now I do have an inline filter here, so this would sit in this drinks tube here connected in, and it'd filter the water straight from source. But as a backup, this is my backup water filter. Now it's only going to get out the larger particulates, but don't expect miracles from it. It's not going to give you crystal clear tap water, for instance, but certainly enough to clean it up. And you'll find a line on it just here. Now that's not a fill level. I do fill it all the way to the brim. Allow it to drip until I reach this level, meaning that the runoff on the outside of the Millbank has been completed, and then what we get out at the bottom here should be reasonably clean water. So the water source here, I can see the bottom of the riverbed, so it's pretty clean and it's fast moving. So I'm going to hang mine from this wire fence and just allow it to drip filter through the bottom here. First things first, I need a container to gather that into. This will do. This is my steel Nalgene. It has a bit of water in already. Tip that away and allow it to drip into this. After that, I can either boil this, I bought a stove in the webbing as well, or I can just pop in a sterilizing tablet, and they're available in the British Army ration packs in the drinks packet. You'll get about 6 Oasis tablets, 1 tablet 1 litre. This is a litre container. What I want to do first here is submerge it in the water and get it all wet. Strip well past the line, it's flowing fast. I'm going to gather up as much as I can. It might take a few attempts to do this to get it up to my 1 litre fill. Inside the little Millbank I can see some particles that are inside that hasn't gone into the bottle. Now I can discard this. Now it was actually running out of the Millbank quicker than I could fill it, so I did have to allow it to drip for a few seconds before I started gathering it. That is crystal clear. It just needs sterilizing. I think because this is so cold and I might like a cold drink, I'm going to pop the sterilizing tablet in this. I can pop this back in the pack now. That's a perfect fit just at the back of the camelback there. So into my ration pack here, here's where I keep all the hot and cold drinks, and also in here are these, which are the Oasis sterilizing tablets. One will do a litre. I've got pretty much a litre of pretty filtered water, but one itty bitty little tablet there. I'm going to pop that into the filtered water we just done and give it about half an hour. That is absolutely pristine, clear water. Okay, that tablet's in there. Give it a shake, give it half an hour. Okay, we've got a lovely day today. I'm going to have a hike to the top of the hill. It'll take about half an hour to walk up there, half an hour for this to have sterilised the filtered water. And I'm going to have a brew and a cold drink, and then we'll have a chat about the amount of time you should boil water at. Boiling water that's been filtered is entirely up to you how long you leave it for. I'll show you the way I do it. You'll never see two people tell you the same thing about the amount of time to boil filtered water that may have cysts in it, parasites and things like that. So that's a disclaimer. Don't copy what I'm doing. Do your own research. I'd say that's our half hour up. Let's go and have a look at the water. I'm going to make a cold drink with it, and I'm going to boil some up as well. So if you haven't got Steri tablets, you can always boil it, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to boil some of it and make a cold drink with the other. The main stove itself needs to be refueled, but I always carry a backup stove to boil water anyway. So that's what we're using. Push the spikes into the ground and I can leave that on. We're at a full boil. So that is a rolling boil. Now that, for clear water, is good enough for me right there, right now. Now that is the advice of the Welsh Water Board, obviously here in Wales. Water was coming out of my tap and it was brown. It was brown. I had an email and someone come to my door and said, just boil it. As soon as it's at a boil, it'll be fine. Although it was brown. And I have never had any issue just bringing it to a boil and using it like that. But if you're in any doubt whatsoever, I'd give it 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Leave it at a rolling boil if you're in any doubt whatsoever. If you're at a high elevation, you're going to need to boil it for about 5 minutes, the recommendation is. But this is fine for me. I've just walked away from the hexy down there because I've blown it out. Hex means not a clean burning fuel at all. It's bloody handy though. This is ready now for a hot drink. I'm going to choose something from the ration pack. I don't like the coffees they put in these little ration packs. I've swapped them out for a 3-in-1. The creamer and the sugar put together make a drink in itself, and a lot of lads in the forces do that. Keep telling myself I'm going to put real coffee grounds into my ration packs and get rid of the other coffees, but these will do for now. Put my waste back away. I'm not a lover of instant coffee. I think I'd rather just drink warm stream water, which is how it tastes. Now somewhere in the ration pack will be a cold drink. It'll make about 360 ml, I think. Something around there, a cupful. And if I had my BCB cup, it would be around about half of that, maybe 2/3. Now these are what you get in just one ration pack, cold drinks mix. I think I'll go with blackcurrant. So this is 45 grams of powder mix, and it says here I add it to 375 millilitres of cold water and stir. So I wasn't a million miles off in my 360 mil like I thought it would be. One of the better ways to do these drinks is to add the water to the packet and mix it that way. I've got about that much liquid left. Add this to it. But I've got enough for hot and cold drinks. That is really, really refreshing. A lot of sugar in it. Keep the energy up.